Got it juiced up with oil. My dad came over this morning, super helpful, and helped me get all the... My dad came over this morning and helped me get all of the tires pumped up. So plugged her in last night so that glow plugs were warming everything up, started up right away. And now we are out on our way to Texas. So first jaunt is about 530 some miles. Should get there, it's saying around 5. My goal is to get there by 6. I gotta stop and get some fuel at least once on the way there. But grateful for my family for allowing me to be able to do this, to live the life that I get a chance to, and to be able to do things that hopefully will last far beyond ourselves. So super grateful for my wife Abby and my kids Ivy, Corin, Opal, and Hazel. It is not easy leaving home ever with those kids. In fact, it makes it kind of hard. So I'm gonna miss them, stay in touch quite a bit over phone and FaceTime and all that fun stuff. But excited to get this bus out for what it was meant to, which was to come see you guys. So we'll take you along for the ride. It's gonna be a fun one, and we'll see how everything holds together. It's gonna be a trip. We got all fueled up, and now we are headed back out on the road. Here we go. So by the time you see this, it might not be the same, but I just fueled up at Love's in Indiana, and then probably about 50 or so miles later was in Illinois, and gas is literally, or diesel is literally like 50 cents cheaper. So I could have saved 25 bucks. However, I don't feel as lucky as some people do, and when my little orange dial gets down near the red dot or red dash, I get scared real quick. So I'm glad I stopped and I'm not stuck on the side of the road waiting for diesel to come. But for anybody who lives in Illinois, be thankful. Your gas prices and fuel prices are way lower than it is in Indiana. So I didn't really check unleaded, but for diesel, 50 cents less expensive. It's almost worth the 3-hour drive just to go to the state border and get some. But yeah, it's been fun. Also, Illinois roads so much better than Indiana. I couldn't really talk and drive in Indiana because you just hear stuff bouncing around, especially the ramp in the back bouncing all over the place. Illinois, smooth as butter. It's great. All right, so I realized that one, if I don't travel with a person who's dedicated to taking video and stuff, when I get into connection mode, I totally forget to tape things. So at this point in time, I had just gotten to Paragould, Arkansas. I parked the bus and then went in and hung out with Janet and her entire family and played a show for them for a house concert. If you're interested in doing a house concert, you can click the link in the description below, and I would love to come do one for you. But I just wanted to say that because the next clip that you're going to see is literally me the next morning driving already. So I did stop. I did spend the night in the bus. They were super nice to be able to let me plug my bus in. And there was a bunch of stuff where the heater wasn't actually working. I don't remember if I said that or not, but the heater didn't work. Janet felt bad. I felt bad because Janet felt bad. Anyway, it was a fantastic show. Hanging out with her and her family. Got to meet a lot of her family. It was an absolute blast, and I can't wait to do more of them. But on with the rest of the video. Alrighty, we are up and trucking, my friends. I got up at 5 this morning, Arkansas time. Last night was pretty late, but it was super awesome. To be able to meet Janet and her husband and the rest of her family and be able to play some songs and sing with them. It was just an absolute blast. It did get pretty cold last night. It's 21 degrees according to my watch this morning outside. The bus is somewhat warm. So got the bus started, got my coffee from Janet, thanks friend, and I'm heading now. Slight change of plans, a little bit of a detour. Believe it or not, my older sister lives down in San Antonio, and I was going to visit them on this tour. And my younger sister and her husband were actually going to visit my older sister in San Antonio. And they live up where Ab and I do, up in Indiana. Well, they got most of the way there, and then their car broke down. So, call it divine intervention. This was one trip that I decided not to take the trailer. So I got an empty 9,000-pound hitch on the back of my bus. And we're gonna go pick their car up, head to the show tonight, and then head down to see my sister and brother-in-law the beginning part of this trip before going to the mastermind conference. So a little bit, again, changing plans, but hey, sometimes the Lord works in mysterious ways. Sometimes he just tells you what to go do. So excited that he worked it out to where we had the ability to be able to go and help them. So hopefully they can get their car fixed down here, and then the way they'd be able to drive it home. We'll keep on trucking all the way through Arkansas. I don't remember if there's a state or something like that in between Arkansas and Texas, but Texas is where we're ending up, and we got 5 more hours to go to get there. 380 miles. Started at 407, I think. So bus is running good. We're gonna have to stop and get some gas here in the next 45 minutes or so. But it's a good day to be alive. Thankful that I get to do this. All of it. Just stopped and got gas, and it was cheaper than it was in Indiana, which is awesome. But I also, as soon as I stopped, went inside, used the bathroom, came back out, was gonna hop in and keep going, and bus wouldn't start. I was saying that I had good voltage, but as soon as I tried to turn it over, it just nothing. I tried just struggle busing. So super thankful for the gentleman who was in the pump next to me. I was sitting there for a while, and I finally got, went over and just said, hey, would you mind helping me jump my bus? He was like, no, not a problem. They pulled around and, got it juiced up and all running. So super thankful for that gentleman for helping me out. I really need to figure out what's going on with the charging system in this thing, because I've got plenty of electric. As far as like everything acts normal. CD player comes on, fans are going, all that stuff. And I always shut that stuff off before I turn the bus off. And it weird part was I'd already driven an hour and a half, so it should have had time, and it started up perfectly fine this morning. So I don't know if there's just an issue with the bad ground, or things aren't connected well, or what. But something's going on to where basically one battery's trying to start the whole thing, and it just can't do it. So I'm gonna have to get that looked at some point in time. But I might need to invest in a jump box, or just always make sure I park next to nice people. But to that gentleman in Arkansas, in a random spot right outside of Bald Knob, thank you, sir. Your kindness is very much appreciated. 289. They got unleaded gas here for 289. That's insane. I mean, I guess the good part is, I don't use regular gas. I use diesel, so that's not going to help me out at all. But 289. It's been a long time since I've seen that low of a price. Way to go, Arkansas. Way to go. So picked up the dead vehicle and threw a piston. Oh no. So I'm gonna take it with me on a little bit of a trip, and then we're gonna get it back to my sister's house so that yeah, we can get things rolling. It'll be fun. All right, well, we got the car in tow. I ran into Walmart real quick and picked up some trailer lights. Thanks for U-Haul for not suggesting that according to state law you have to have those on. So got those, got it all hooked up, and they're just basically marker lights, and so I need to go to they didn't have the Y splitter that I needed for the 4 plug at Walmart, so I need to go find one at like a Flying J or something like that, so I can get the trailer lights to work and the marker lights on the back of the car, so that everything's working the way it's supposed to. As of right now, at least everybody at least know that we're hauling something and it's back there. So super thankful for this backup camera that will actually show me what's going on back there, so I don't have to worry about all of a sudden the car missing when I get where I'm going. So we got about 2 hours to get to Kilgore. I'm gonna get there just a little bit later than I wanted to, but still probably with enough time to be able to have fun and play music for people, which is all what we're about. So we'll keep on trucking down the road, and hopefully this car stays with me the whole time. Well, we made it to Kilgore. Nowhere near as early as I wanted to, but that's okay. We were able to help people out, and that's even better. So, and the only thing that really changes or affects is how much time I have to prepare for things. And sometimes it's okay. If you're already prepared to, you know, entertain people, give them value, and love on them, then walking straight into it shouldn't be that big of a deal. So, I got about 6 minutes left of driving, which means I'm gonna get there before we have to start, which is awesome. So here's praying that this next light that I have to stop at and take a left into is not long, because that could totally blow me being on time or not. So gonna play a show, our house show, super do some more driving and head off towards Houston tonight. So gonna be a long day. It's gonna be worth it. So here's another spot where I forgot to take a bunch of video. I do know for a fact that some video was taken during this show, but this was another house show that I stopped and did after picking up my sister and brother-in-law's car. Went and did that show in Kilgore. After doing that, I got back in the car because I was going to figure out where I was going to spend the night in the bus. Thought about just hitting up a Walmart parking lot, but then I was like, you know what? It's only 2 hours from here to Houston. So I drove all the way down to Sam's house, and I got there probably about midnight at night. And part of it was because the car was on the back of the bus, I wasn't able to actually pull into the driveway of his house. And we tried backing the car up, and the silly U-Haul pull-behinds or whatever actually jackknife anytime we try to go backwards. So I actually got slightly stuck in his neighbor's driveway further and further back as I was literally trying to get this thing to straighten up so I could actually like back it up and then just park it. So I parked it out front of his house, ended up going in. I think his wife was awake. Said hi to her, met their dog, and then went. Actually, no, slept on the couch in their house. Slept on the couch and then got up at 5 a.m. the next morning so Sam and I could get on the road and get to the rest of the place. And that's where this next clip starts. Well, made it to Sam's house early this morning. That's Sam.
What's up?
It's kind of dark in here.
Dark.
But super pumped because now we are going to Austin via San Antonio. And talked with my dad this morning, and he said there's nothing wrong with the straight line, quoting one of the Santa Claus movies. But a lot of driving, and we're gonna end up in Austin no matter what. So here we go. We gotta go get rid of this car, and then we're going to the mastermind.
Let's go. Woohoo.
Dropped the car off, got a visit with Amanda and Sean and Carrie and Waylon, and then we headed out to Austin so we could go to our mastermind, which is awesome. But huge shout out to my sister Amanda for being an awesome mom and packing us lunches and making us coffee. And
thank you, Amanda. Rock.
So we didn't have to leave hungry, which is great. So dropped the car off, got a little lighter, and then we both got a little heavier because of an awesome lunch. So good. We're super excited because we are almost there.
Almost there. Let's do it. It's so green outside.
Oh yeah. Nice. It is kind of So apparently my GoPro battery died again. Sorry about this. Again, I'll invest in new batteries. If you want to support me and the music that I do, you can do that through a bunch of different things listed below in the description so I can buy more GoPro batteries and stop having missing footage. But we pulled up to the house that this music mastermind is in a group that we're a part of that does a bunch of coaching for musicians such as myself and many others. And we're spending an entire week together doing extensive training specifically on how we can serve you guys more. So once we pulled up, we got unloaded and hung out there for an entire week and got a chance to really be able to dive into a lot of different things about music in the modern age. And I'm super excited because a lot of the stuff that we talked about there is allowing me to serve you guys better and is going to be coming out in many different ways through my career, and I'm super, super excited for it. But that's the whole reason why we're going to the mastermind. Sam and I together, we're both part of Modern Musician, and yeah, we're able to hang out there. Unfortunately, because that's all mastermind stuff, I can only show you a couple of clips, but it was awesome because we got to spend time with a bunch of our musician friends who are really good friends of mine, and we got to make music together. So here's a little bit of that.
I wanna tell you how I feel it. Now to make you understand. Never gonna give you up, never gonna let you down, never gonna run around and hurt you, never gonna say goodbye, never gonna tell a lie and hurt you.
Everybody sings along, 'cause they know the lyrics and I don't. Da, 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 da. And a mother's love. Yesterday, country road, take me home. Just what I want. Just what I want.
So after a week of hanging out with all those grand, fantastic people, I start heading back home. Well, roundabout, I go spend a day with my sister in San Antonio, which was the original plan before my sister and brother-in-law's car broke down, and I had to take it there before going to Austin. So next video, you'll see that. Thank you so much for watching this video. Super love being able to share these bus videos with you and my entire journey of taking the bus down to Texas. And if you want to support the bus build or anything else I'm doing musically, again, there's a bunch of links in the description. You can do that either buying shirts, hats, keychains, or even just subscribing and supporting me on a monthly basis. Appreciate every single one of you, even just for watching this video. Feel free to like, share it, and subscribe. When you subscribe, it tells YouTube that, hey, people are actually interested. When you share it with other people, there may be other people who are interested in what a musician like myself driving a bus all the way down to Texas does on their trips. So thank you guys so much for watching. I can't wait to share with you the journey home on the next video. We will see you there.